Hello, all my nerd friends out there. This is Mr. Chill here, and let's talk about Marvel's Judgment Day event, issue 6. And hmm, and this is like a mix. It's gonna be a mix of talking about what happened this issue and a rant video, you could say, about Marvel Comics. Period. Maybe all comics. Period. Because we're going to, I'll say, boring times in comic books. Haven't been too excited. There hasn't been that much great stories in comic books, really. The way I'm looking at it, and it's making me lose interest in comics a lot, and that's sad. I've been diving into comic books hardcorely, reading, start going to comic shop, buying comics and all that stuff was 2009, I believe. Yeah, 2009. That's when I started buying comics. It was during the Avengers versus X-Men run. I remember that. And when Forever Evil start. That kind of run. That kind of like that was the Vents back in the day. And I was all cool and everything. The Avengers vs. X-Men story was okay. Nothing too big, special. That wasn't the big best story. Forever DC Batman Forever. Not Batman Forever. Forever Villain. That big old story there was amazing. I loved it. One of my favorite comic book story. But first, let me get into this one. This is what I wanted to create this video for a reason. When I started reading the Judgment Day event, the beginning was pretty cool. I like I think the first 2 issues were pretty cool. The fight between the Eternals, this big old monster Uranus, I think it's called Uranus, that went to Mars where the mutants live, Araku, and he tortured everyone, killed Magneto, kind of, started killing all the mutants in there, destroyed a whole planet in under an hour. He was a monster. I wonder what still happened in the fight with Legion up there. They haven't shown me what happened there. But that was a monster. Awesome. I love the hypeness in there. The beatdown. It looks like an awesome villain. Didn't care for, I'm not a big Eternal fan, but he was awesome. And during the story, I think it was last issue 5, they kind of killed it. Uranus was this monster. I was, oh, shoot, he's got to take down the Avengers. He's got to face the main X-Men. They beat him like ease. They put him back in prison or trapped him. Did something. I can't really remember, but I know it was disappointing how they trapped that villain. And that's one thing that's problem with Marvel, and sometimes DC as well. These comic books, they don't know how to create good villains no more. They use the same villains over and over. When they do, they ruin them. Like kind of like Null. When Null came into the story, in the Marvel universe, it was awesome. The way he did it with Venom and everything was cool. It was awesome, but he had kind of like a shitty ending. He was a cool villain, a cool background story. Killed a celestial. He had to create. He created a similar. He looks awesome. Loved him, but they kind of fall flat. I hope they never bring him back because he overused villains as well. Like Thanos. Thanos is not even a big deal no more. Same thing with DC. Sometimes they do Dark Side so much or use the same villain. It's not a big deal no more. I don't care for those guys. I want you hype them new villains. Like kind of like Batman, what he did with the Batman Who Laughed. That was a hype villain. I love the Batman Who Laughed. That's a new villain in our generation. These old villains are getting tired of living. Like, how many times are we gonna see Batman and Joker go at it with each other? Or Green Goblin and Spider-Man. Oh, we're gonna get the Goblin Goblin, Carnage and Goblin this, Goblin Venom, Goblin. Who cares? The same Goblin. Just be more creative. These writers not being too creative. These stories not being good. Even this Judgment Day event has not been good whatsoever. Like I said, first 2 issues, then it dropped. It's about this celestial judging everybody and judging their decisions and all their ways, their life. And I don't care about their decisions. I don't care what they do. I actually like the mutants being on top of the food chain and being this way. Now they're trying to change the mutants, all be more like more civil, like they're sharing. Now they could bring normal people back to life. They had that gift for themselves. Now they're being giving more out. Like they brought the Captain America back. That's why it made me hate the story last issue when Captain America just died out of nowhere, blown away, and no one cared. No one had no share of villain. They don't know they could bring him back. No one knew they could bring him back. He got obliterated by that celestial, and the whole mutants were brought him back to life. That was so stupid. No one shed a tear. The first time we saw Captain America died when he got shot after the Civil War, and there was a whole funeral, a whole issue. Everyone carried his coffin, dropped him back to Ark. That was beautiful. That's a way to end a hero. That was an emotional story. And now we're getting jokes like this. Like death doesn't matter. And like I like the fact that mutants were able they beat death. That was cool for a while. Now hopefully someone could destroy this idea and wipe it out. Hope Nimron finally comes in the picture and destroys that whole project, kills the five, and they can't bring people back no more. I want death in the comic books. I know death is stupid in comic books because they never kill anybody in comic books for long. Someone comes back, and that's what kills comics. I want that emotion. I want to feel sad, happy, excited. I want to feel angry. I want to feel all that. I don't feel these in events. The Celestial was pointless anyway because they beat him somehow. I don't even care how to beat him. They met him inside and they convinced him to save humanity, spare us, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I've read the whole story. Trust me, I just don't care. I don't care about the story no more. It just got boring to me. Cersei, I think her name was Cersei, one of the Eternals killed herself. She exposed the whole truth about how Eternals, if Eternal dies, a human dies. Now everyone's treating Eternals as like kind of like mutants. Oh, screw you, Eternals, we hate you. And like I guess a shocker. Like I don't even care about the Eternal race. Like Eternals, like the one lowest thing. Like if people are having problem, didn't care about the humans. Like that's why the humans got raped, a race spacing for comic books. That sucks. I love the humans more than Eternals. They should do the same thing to Eternals. I don't give a shit about Eternals. Me personally, but I'll let you know. Go ask your niece, nephew. Go ask and your cousins, like little age kids. Do you know the humans? Do you like the humans? Do you like the humans? Do you like the humans? I bet you don't. Avengers, Spider-Man, Thor's, they'll like Eternals. They don't give a shit. So I don't give if an old timer. I want to ask an old timer comic book. If you know an old timer comic book, I've been loving comic books since 30s. Do you like the Eternals? And I bet you probably 90% they probably say no, I don't care. I know them, but I don't care. That's what I say. I've been more interested if the X-Men dominated their eternal race somehow, won the war, change it up. They can't be like the anti-heroes, anti-villains. Maybe they'll have a civil war inside of X-Men. Maybe the seize control, do something big. But nah, it's just I didn't care about the Tony Stark thing. Just didn't care about it. And then Ajax became a new kind of like a right here. It says I become. Let's see. In power, I am Ajax, celestial, once eternal, and ever eternal. I am a new god, marker, blah, blah, blah. I will strive to be worthy. You, if you strive to be worthy, be worthy of me. I am dead. So Ajax becomes this more higher being. Probably doesn't matter nothing. Because remember, you know what's stupid? That kid still. I think that kid ended up being dead anyways. Like remember, that's how stupid these events are. I don't know you guys ever read any comic book ever read the Civil War Part 2 event. That Civil War event Part 2 event was so stupid. That was stupid. They brought this kid and it was about this kid. It would know the future and you could tell when someone's good, kind of like a Memorial Part. I don't know, you know the Memorial Part movie. Like could tell when someone's gonna commit a crime that got hurt somebody. So there was one side of Avengers, one side of Marvel heroes want to use this power as a gift to stop all the killing in the world. And no one say, hey, that's not right. You can't prosecute someone before they can't even commit a crime. So it was like all mix and matches like that. And this kid becomes like a god from the at the end of that issue becomes a god, a higher being, and never mentioned again. Erased. That whole story was for nothing. Tony Stark gets hurt and still becomes guts back. Um, that was a cool beginning. Exactly. They start with a cool beginning. The Civil War 2. It showed Thanos killing War Machine. He's still back. They showed She-Hulk get totally damaged. That's when she starts becoming the Immortal Hulk or the a Savage Hulk, and that still doesn't matter. All that doesn't matter after an event, and that's what's stupid about some events. Marvel and DC are victims to that. You give me an event and it doesn't matter after that, like nothing matters. You change it all over, so that whole story doesn't matter whatsoever. And they do that a lot. And that's so stupid. And like all this is just pointless. Like, the Eternals asked the mutants forgiveness. Sorry for that character. What was his name? I think Icarus, not Icarus. I forgot what he did with it. Oh, Druid. They locked him up with Uranus. So they're both in prison. He's probably gonna kick his ass. The rest of the making his prison bitch and all that shit. Forgive me for my French. Um, yeah, so basically they both locked up. The coolest villain in all this was Uranus. It was cool. He had a cool ass beginning. I wish he was the main villain. I wish he dropped more bodies. I wish some changes happened. Nothing really changes happened. So somehow during the fight, that's the only thing that was kind of crazy, was Orcus, the group that runs with Nimrod, help fight the Celestial and become. I guess they start becoming people start becoming fan Orcus. Like, yeah, they're good guys, woo cool. And like I said, stupid that the mutants are using their fire to bring back regular citizens. Like that's stupid. I thought it was just bring back mutants. Blah 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 blah. Peace and happiness, joy and happiness, friendship, good. Everyone learn their lessons. Be better people. Blah 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 blah. And that's it. Nothing big happened. No, that's what's stupid about comic books. Now these days, that's been every event. The Secret Empire had a cool beginning. The freaking first, the free comic book day was the best issue of that event in Secret Empire. What else? What was the events after that? I'm trying to name them all. I forgot most of them because they're all stupid in my book, or somebody didn't read. Let's see, Devil's Reign was kind of stupid. Nothing too big in that. King Ben's in hiding now. Whatever, he probably come back one day. What else is big? Oh, the darkest is it the blackest night or not the blackest night? I mean the null one, whatever I forgot what's called. The Black King or something. That was something. Dark King. I forgot what's called. Damn, the null one. That was that one too. Maximum Card. All these events for Marvel. The point is, been stupid. Like, comment below. Has there been any great Marvel comics worthy of reading that you felt so good and happy of reading? You know, so excited. The last ones I have, I actually like the Hickman, House of X, and Power of X stories. Those issues were awesome. I love the world building he created for the X-Men, the new world, the story behind it, the fight with Nimrod, how deep and dark it was, the stories, the single shots that single issues that Hickman did for the X-Men were awesome. I loved them. It was great. I want emotions and I want to feel when there's a death in comics, I want to feel sadness. Like in Tom Taylor stories, you know, in Nightwing, when he basically when Nightwing read the will, his the letter from Alfred from him, and told me he left his fortune, Solomon's son. I felt real emotion behind that. It was so much. That's why I love Tom Taylor's work. It was because there's so much emotion there. I felt something behind it. I felt something going somewhere with this story. That's what I want. I don't care for big old Galactus monsters fighting all this. No, I want emotions. I want to feel something behind these stories, you know. I want my character to go someplace, not just around and around and around the circles, you know. Like, how many times are we gonna see Batman and Joker fight and all this stuff? How many times are we gonna see characters die and come back, die? No, I want them to go forward in life. I want them progress. I want to see Nightwing get married, have a family, become Batman one day, maybe, or become something better. Maybe he gets hurt. Maybe he dies. I want to see progression with every character, not just Nightwing, everybody. Wolverine. That's why I kind of like the Hickman story because it felt like the mutants are going somewhere now. They're not fighting with each other. They're fighting the outside world, Nimrod, the enemies out there that try to hurt every mutant. They saw the Scarlet problems. Now they got to worry Nimrod's back in our time now, live. That's why I like that story. When it came in, it felt progressive. I'm not reading like now the Avengers. Nothing changed with this Judgment Day. Nothing. What changed? The Eternals get enemies now. No one cares about Eternals. I don't care about Eternals. If you do, I'm sorry if I'm making fun of Eternals. But I don't want to read the issues of Eternals. So that's why I don't like it. If you do, now you know the Eternals are hated from mankind. Now they don't care about them. But the mutants, nothing really changed for them except for now they're sharing their resurrection ideas to everybody. Now they could bring back anybody now, and I don't like that. And that's stupid. Now I wish that project would die. I hope there's a villain that comes in, Nimrod comes in and smashes the five. I hope so. That will be the most excited thing in comic book, to be honest. Because I want death. I do because it brings more stuff out. When Alfred died in the DC comics and Batman, it changed the Batman character. It changed the Batman family. It changed Robin, Damian, character more. He's thinking not be reckless no more because his recklessness got Alfred killed, and that progressed the character. It's like, dude, I gotta change. It was my fault. Alfred died. Now he has that guilt around him for his rest of his life. That changed that character, and that progressed that character. That's why I want progressive stories and character develop in every story. I mean, every DC, Marvel character, all that. And I wonder if you guys want the same too. Like, so far the best comics I've read this year is the Tom Taylor Nightwing's been really good. I love it. The Deceased comics been great. The the stories by itself, their own universe, like the Dark Ages, um the darkest Dark Steel Knight, I believe that was called, the Tom Taylor, about kind of like the Batman and Superman or in medieval times, like um let's see what else. Dark Ages, I said that. Deceased. I think this was going. Oh, DC versus Vampires. Those have been fun issues because you don't need to worry about, you could kill heroes, you could kill villains, you could do some crazy stories without worrying about consequences. It's your own universe, and that's been pretty cool. I loved it. But this fan was very disappointing. DC, this Marvel event, Judgment Day sucks. I recommend not getting it. If you want to buy the graphic novel, you got to collect it. It sucks in my book. But comment below what do you think of the Judgment Day event. Did you like it? What you like about it? Are you gonna get it still? Tell me your thoughts about it, please. I'd like to hear. And what do you think of comic books these days? What do you think about Marvel comics and DC comics and all the other comics out there in the world? There hasn't been that many great comics I've read. I like that one shot so far of what was it? Oh, Tom King's freaking the Riddler. Go check that out. One Bad Day Batman with the Riddler on it. Oh my god, that was awesome. Go check. I did a video on that, so go check it out. That was the best comic I read this year. Go check it out. You'll love it. I told you, little one shots and little issues like that, little like great writers like Tom King, Donny Cates. Donny Cates Punisher's been really great. I'm loving that character development. He's changed. He's worked a lot, so that's very cool. Like I said, there's some great comics this year, but there's a lot more bad ones. A lot more bad ones. So I recommend. Please give me your thoughts on some other Marvel comics to go check out. I would like to know, or other DC comics go check out, or any other comics out there. Please let me know out there. There are any more good comic books. I don't want to quit comic books because there's some all this pow trash comics. There's some good ones. There are always a couple, one or two or three out there that's worthy to buy and to read out there. But give me your thoughts below. Please comment below. Thank you all for watching my videos. I hope you enjoy my videos. Please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel to get all my comic book reviews and Marvel TV show reviews and every other nerd stuff out there. But thank you all for watching again. I hope you all have a good day and good night. Remember, stay nerdy forever.